Hello, everyone. Good, whatever freaking time of the day it is. It's your almost boy here. Yeah, I keep seeing a lot of stuff on YouTube talking about Midjourney and ChatGPT and how you can make a ton of money. And they're not showing any money. They're just saying, like, here's all the stuff that you can do. You know what? So I actually did those things. I made a kid's book, and I made a coloring book, and I got them published. Here's the proof. That one's published, and the coloring book is published. Today I'm going to be showing you how I did that. And 1 month from now, because I just got these published the other day, I'm going to be going over how much money I made. So if you want to know, you want to see if this is actually real, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe because we will see real soon. So all right, let's get into it. So to make the coloring book, it was actually my girlfriend's idea, kinda inadvertently. She gave me the idea. She's like, hey, she's at work and I want to color something Lisa Frank style that has Halloween and zombie skulls. And I put that in the Midjourney and I'm like, wow, that looks freaking awesome. Let's make a coloring book out of that shit. So, all right, I took the seed from that, and if you can't find the seed off something, you can just, I believe it's right-clicking it when it's out of it, click the little envelope, and it will kind of send it to you, and you can take the seed there. And the reason why that seed's important because it keeps the same like image trend. So I'm like, all right, black and white, printable outline, coloring pages for adults, Lisa Frank style. And of course, you can do any style you want. You want double dash AR is for aspect resolution, and I did 8x11. You can also do 2x3. And of course, I put that seed in there, and that's what I got. I'm like, a lot of those look pretty good, so I just blew them up. You can hit the U1 through U4 here, and that will give you it kind of blows them up to a higher resolution. And I took those and I went to some place called Canberra. You can get a free trial here. It is free, but if you want to use the things that we're going to be using for books, you can do a free trial, and that's exactly what I'm on right now. I'm going to pay for anything. Then I did create design over here. I did custom size, and I did, we want to make sure it's in inches, and I did width 8x11, which is like right here, and it created kind of like a little book thing here for me. And I just took all the images and I basically drag and dropped them in here. And I left a blank page in between each coloring page because, some people are going to use markers or paints. Oh, excuse me. And they're going to bleed through, and that's not going to look good. So keep that in mind. And the coloring book was that simple. And once you're done with it, you go to share, download. Yeah, over here for file type, you're going to want to do PDF print for best printing. Then, where is that at? Crop marks and bleeds. This is really important, not so much for the coloring book, but for the kids' book. And if you're having anything that stretches out of like the purple borders over here, you're going to want to make sure this is clicked. So, because Amazon publishing is really picky about that stuff. It's going to be like, hey, it doesn't fit in the page. We're not going to let you make it. And you're going to want to do this, which you can get with a free trial, and then you can download the PDF. And once you publish to Amazon, you can just go to Amazon Publishing, go to the bookshelf. It is so easy. There's no way you're going to mess it up. But here's the calculator. And this is the important part for getting the cover page. So if we go back to here, this is the cover page, which is the front and the back. If you notice, Gothic Dreams has a larger dimension than the Brave Little Chicken. And that's because the more pages you have in the book, the bigger it needs to be because it needs to wrap around those pages. I hope that makes sense. Then you just put in how many pages it is, the interior size, inches left to right, white paper, black and white. For the children's book, you're going to want to do premium color. And of course, we did paperback, and it gives you the dimensions over here for width and height. And then when you're creating that design, you do custom size and you just copy paste those in, the width and height. So it's that easy, and that's how you get the cover. So the cover and the interior are basically two different things, or two different projects anyways. And all right, now that we got the coloring book covered, now let's go over to the kids book. Basically the same thing. But earlier when I said to drag and drop, You don't want to once you have your images in Canva, they're pretty easy just to populate here in uploads. If you click them, they'll just pop up on the page, and you're gonna have to resize them, which can be annoying. It's a lot easier if you're dragging, and if you just put it on the page like this, it's just gonna want you to do the same thing. But I notice if you bring it slightly to the left of it, it just populates the whole page. So yeah, keep that in mind. It makes it a lot easier, so you don't have to resize every single time. This gets a little annoying. Okay, so for the kids book, how I did the art for Midjourney is I just typed in like, hey, this is going to be a book about chicken, so what? I want a cute little chicken. That makes sense, right? So I go cute little chicken, white background, cartoon style. And I like the top right one over here. So I blow that up. And it gives it to me upscaled. I'm like, all right, that looks pretty good. I right click it, click the envelope, I get the seed of it. So I take that seed, I copy it, and I'm like, do the same thing, but I want to see a bunch of facial expressions. I didn't end up using any of those, but I thought it looked pretty good. I thought it was important to have backgrounds and just like the chicken itself with the white background. That way I could put it into Photopea. I could rasterize the layer, basically just get the chicken, and I could just put it over top of that image. If that doesn't make sense to you, I didn't do it for every single page, but it's like that's why he is right here in the background. So I just put him in there because it's part of the story right there. So yeah. And here's some more of them I didn't use. You're gonna have to play around with it a lot. I did, no, as the kids say, no cap. I did a lot of these. I used up like my whole subscription making this kids book, and my girlfriend wanted to be a zombie for some reason, so I used up some images for that. So I actually ended up taking the link as well. So the link from, let's just click it so we can actually see it, the image. I'm saying, hey, take that image, cute little chicken, white background, cartoon style, pecking at seeds because it's part of the story. And guess what? It didn't peck at the seed, but I ended up using some of those images later, I think. No, I guess not. I did blow up that one. So yeah, that one's in part of the book. Even though its eye looks a little low right there. But it does look adorable as all hell. And I just kept doing this, getting various images of the chicken because, throughout a children's story, there's going to be all these expressions like sadness, fear, because he's on a journey. It was like a lesson book that I created. And then, as you can see, there's a lot of them, a lot of these images. There, he looks very stern and brave. What did I prompt to get that image? Because that is such a good little image. Yeah, just cartoon style adventure background. He looks really funny in the top left one there. So yeah, I took all those and I blew them up. And anything else that I needed for the story, like the owl, the barnyard, I kept using the same cartoon style. Because if you're gonna make a book, you're definitely gonna want to keep the same illustration style, because otherwise it's just gonna look really funny. And I kept the aspect resolution the same. And for the book itself, I went to ChatGPT and I said, hey, write a six pages about a chicken going on an adventure. This will be a kid's book. Title these pages, 200 words. If you're using the free version of ChatGPT, it can only write up to 200 words. So this isn't the exact prompt I have in my book, but it's a similar one so you guys can see it. And for some reason on this one, the AI didn't title the pages. But I gotta say, I did 7 of these, and it's like a Hallmark movie. Basically the gist of the same old thing. I mean, the story is slightly different, what happens in it is slightly different, but if you read it one time, you'd be like, hey, this is the same book. You know what I mean? So the AI can only do so much, and you're going to want to change a little bit of that if you're using it for your book. Yeah, I mean, between Photopea, ChatGPT, and Midjourney, that's it, you guys. I think I covered everything. If you have any questions, leave me a comment below. I hope you liked this video. And if I get a lot of questions, if I missed something, please let me know. I just wanted to make it quick and to the point. Yeah, you guys take it easy. I'll see you in a month. We'll see how those sales do. Bye!